Hi guys, so it's been a while. I'm back. I don't want to say that I'll be back regularly, but I'm here and I'm here to do some book reviews. But first, let me explain a couple of things. I've been gone for a little while. Been going through some personal stuff at work, but finally I'm out of that situation. I'm starting a new chapter in my life and I'm super excited about it, and hopefully that'll bring positive changes to my life as well. But I haven't been reading much recently. So I haven't been filming much, and also I've been doing other stuff, alright? I've been dealing with what's been happening at my work. I have been watching a lot of RuPaul. I mean, come on guys, new seasons, you gotta be onto it. I watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and loved it. And I've recently been playing Ni no Kuni 2. However, I have read some books recently, so I want to do some book reviews of them. So let's get into them. Unfortunately, it's been a while since I really liked a book. I've read it quickly, I was passionate about it. However, that changed when I read this book in 3 days. And that is Piecing Me Together by Renee Watson. First off, this cover really drew me. And I believe I went to one of the events, like one of the YA events, and it was in my bag for free. And the cover really spoke to me and I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna read it. And I'm so glad that I did. This book follows a girl named Jade who lives in a poor neighborhood and she wants to get out of it. And so she takes every opportunity she can get. She goes to a primarily white rich school because she has a scholarship there. And she gets lots of opportunities at this school that she kind of takes just so she can try and get further in life. And this book follows her being given another opportunity, a mentorship program called Woman to Woman. But Jade has a lot of issues with this program, and this book follows those issues, the program itself, Jade's life, Jade's friend's life, and also discusses a lot of issues that as a white person I do not have to deal with and I don't really think of. This book was such an important read for me, and not only was it an important read, it was also a read that I thoroughly enjoyed. Everyone in this book was flawed, even Jade herself, which is very important to me when I read books. I never want to read books that are about characters that are perfect because that's just not relatable to me. This book made me think of things that I normally don't have to think about or have never had the chance or opportunity to do so, which was really interesting. And I would say it's written well. It's not a fast-paced story, but it reads quickly and I did really enjoy it. As you can see here, the cover is gorgeous. This is a hardcover version, but after I read it I realized that I'd also been sent this book by the publisher in the paperback version. So I was actually sent this book from Bloomsbury for an honest review. I don't think I requested it from them, I think it was just sent to me randomly. But here I am, Bloomsbury, doing a review of it, and I loved it. I do like this cover better, though this cover is also cool, but this cover just stands out to me more, and I'm glad that I picked up this version of it, because if I saw this cover, I probably wouldn't have picked it up so quickly. Either way though, it's not about the cover, it's about what's on the inside, and this book is glorious and beautiful and moving and touching. Overall though, this book is highly thought-provoking and I would highly recommend it. And then I have We Came Apart by Sarah Grosson and Brian Goyangan. Again, I'm mispronouncing words and I'm sick of seeing comments being like, oh, you didn't pronounce this word right. Okay, please just leave my channel if you want words pronounced correctly. It's not gonna happen, so please leave. If you want a good book review, maybe stick around. Hopefully I can give that to you. This book too is an important read, however I didn't love it as much as Piecing Me Together. Phyllis, Nikhil and Jess, and they come from two very different parts of the world, though both are flawed and damaged characters. Nikhil is Romanian and his parents are promising him to a girl that he's never met before, someone he is going to marry. Jess's stepfather is abusive to her mother and she acts out a lot to try and cope with everything that's going on in her life and take control of what she can. And it's about these two meeting and their eventual friendship and love story. It's told in verse, which I normally don't love in a book, but this was fine. I read this book in one sitting. I think it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to do so. It was a very quick read. However, the main thing that got to me was the ending of this book. I just didn't love it. I didn't see the message in it. I felt like it could have gone in so many places, and the place that it did go was disappointing and didn't leave a good message to me personally. Maybe that's just me, but for me personally the ending was a bit of a letdown, so that's why I'm rating this book a 3 out of 5 stars. If you notice the setting has changed, that's because it has. My camera decided to die on me because apparently the last time I used it I didn't charge it. Side note, Becca, charge your camera after using it next time. Thanks, bye. Anyway, the next book that I'm going to review is Moonrise by Sarah Grosson. This book made me cry, and it's been a while since I cried in a book, and this was the one to do it for me. This book follows a boy named Joe, and Joe hasn't seen his brother in about 10 years, and that's because his brother, Ed, is on death's row. He is facing the death penalty, and his execution date is now set. So Joe decides to go to where Ed is awaiting death and try to save him. He also plans to spend some quality last weeks with Ed, just in case because they are the last times that he'll ever get to see him. Guessing you can see why this book made me cry. This book is again written in verse, so it is a quick read. This book is heartbreaking and emotional and at times funny. All of the characters in this book are flawed, and again, yes please, give me those flawed characters, but also those flawed but likable characters, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want them too flawed, but I want them flawed enough so they're not perfect. It follows a family's emotional trauma at the prospect of losing someone and only being able to do so much. I would highly recommend this one. I would again rate it probably a 4 out of 5 stars. I was also sent this book for review. I believe it was from Bloomsbury as well. The next book I was also sent from review. I know a lot of books sent for review and I'm only doing them now. I'm sorry publishers, I'm gonna try and do better. But this is from Hackett and it is Year One by Nora Roberts. I requested this book because my nan is a huge fan of Nora Roberts, so I wanted to kind of get onto her and see what all the fuss was about. This is a little bit different to Nora Roberts' other work, I believe. I'm not too sure, but it follows a world where a virus suddenly spreads called the Doom and millions of people die from it. And some who survive from it get these amazing abilities. Others that survive from it are just normal, just like they were previously. Life is completely different now. Most of the world's population is dead and the rest of the world is fighting. People are scared of these people with abilities, and this follows a couple of people with and without them, and them just trying to make sense of their new world and trying to make a life of it. This book broke me. I didn't expect it to break me, but it did. It was exciting, it was interesting, it was kind of like reading a zombie novel, except the people that died from the plague so far haven't come back, so it's like the zombie virus and people like are spreading it will die really quickly, except they don't come back as zombies, they're just dead. But it read kind of like one to me and I'm all about those books. It follows a lot of different characters, however it's never confusing of which character is which I do love. I think that's so important, and each character that we followed I felt like was important to the story. They weren't just chucked in there for the fun of it. I enjoyed this book a lot and I'm actually going to pick up Nora Roberts' other works. I might ask my nan for some recommendations and I might also give this to her and see if she'll read it. But I'll need to find one in a larger print because she will not be able to read this small of a print. I would again rate this book probably a 3.5 to 4 stars. I was going to do another book review, but I'll save that from the next video because my camera's flashing at me and dying again because it hates me. Welcome back to YouTube, Becca. Have a dying camera. It's my own fault, but still. Also, I'm not sure if anyone's noticed, but I'm wearing pajamas today because who gives a shit? And they're Peter Alexander and they're My Little Pony and they're cute and comfy AF. So these are the books that I reviewed for you today. Let me know in the comments below which book you're going to pick up or if you've read any of them. I would love to know and hear your thoughts about them. I'm sorry that I suck at replying to comments, but I do read every single one. Like this video if you liked it, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Maybe with a book review, maybe with something different. I'm not too sure, but you'll see. Okay, bye!